Tell me something silly. Go ahead and lie to me before it's over. Lie to me. I got all day.
I was ashamed when I realized that life was a costume party, and I attended with my real face.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No.
Less than a minute now.
Tool time for 200.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken?
What's a hoe?
No.
She has a very long back.
Taylor Swift.
Hey, throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker. Hey, throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker.
Hey guys, this is my girlfriend Becca. She has cancer, but I love her. Ugh! You can't find no black with cancer? Girl, I know, right? With his weak ass.
I'm into older looking women, you know? Yeah, I'm into older looking women. Means I mostly date white women in their 20s.
Unreasonable expectations. Why do humans place unreasonable expectations on each other? What do I mean? As an example, we know that all humans are non-monogamous. Why do we place this unreasonable expectation of monogamy on each other? You know, when people get married, they say those silly ass vows and they say something like to have and to hold. Why place that unreasonable expectation on that person, knowing that you are non-monogamous and that person has been non-monogamous? Why place that unnecessary expectation on each other? It's just unreasonable. We all hoes at the end of the day.
I know I'm not worthy of you, but I just can't help loving you. It's like wanting to touch a star. You know you'll never reach it, but you've just got to keep trying.
I'm not sorry for what I'm about to do.
What are you doing?
Damn garbage.
Garbitch.
What's going on, everybody? It's Monk Dan back on the live stream. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Glad to be streaming, man. First of all, thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to do what I do, which is, if you are new to this channel, which is to seek and share wisdom through philosophy. Let's go. If you are new to the channel, I appreciate you for being here. And if you are on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Please hit the like button. Please send me some comments and subscribe if you have not done so. All right, today we're going to get into it, man. I bought this nice pocket size. It says a pocket guide to natal astrology, birth chart basics. I do not know how to pronounce her name or the person's name. I'm just gonna say Maya Sky. So just a quick background, if you guys didn't know. So this year, I had set upon myself. I said, you know what, man? I really want to learn or get some sort of understanding of astrology and witchcraft. I want to learn both. And so I live here in Washington State, Olympia to be exact. And I saw this store called Psychic Sisters, and I was like, yo, I gotta stop there. I gotta check it out. Checked it out, and it seemed like a cool store. They had some stuff in there, and my intent was to go in there and find a book and purchase a book. And the sales associate at the front desk kind of guided me towards this book. So I said, you know what? I'll give it a try. Let me buy it. And so what we're going to do in the stream, we're going to read a few pages of it. And on the next few streams, we're going to finish the book out. I said I would just read through it. Usually I try to read ahead and pick out parts to talk about, but I was like, man, fuck it. Let's just read it all together, man. It's not that big of a, it's a pocket-sized book, you know? So here's the book here. And let's get into it, man. I usually like to read the introductions and everything like that. And this one starts off with the publishing information here. Microcosm Publishing. I just want to make sure my audio is good. I think my audio is good. Hopefully it's not making any bad sounds and shit like that. All right, it says Micro Publishing is Portland's most diversified publishing house and distributor with a focus on the colorful, authentic, and empowering. Our books and zines have put your power in your hands since 1996. Equipping readers to make positive changes in their lives and in the world around them. Okay, this is in Portland. Okay, all right, Portland. Portland is about, what, an hour and a half south of Olympia? Maybe 2 hours. Hour and a half, 2 hours. It says Microcosm emphasizes skill building, showing hidden histories, and fostering creativity through challenging conventional publishing wisdom with books and booklets about DIY skills, food, bicycling, gender, self-care, and social justice. What was once a distro and record label, it said distro, D-I-S-T-R-O. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. I don't want to mispronounce anything and y'all be laughing. He don't know how to say the word. You know how you go goofy. Distro. Is there distro? Let's take a look.
Distro.
Distro, a distributor or distributed version, especially of Linux software. Maybe that's not the word, but we're going to go with it.
Distro.
That's what we're going to go with. Distro. I said distro. Distro. What once was a distro and record label started by Joe Beal in a drafty bedroom was determined to be Publisher's Weekly fastest growing publisher of 2022 and number 3 in 2023 and 2024, and is now among the oldest independent publishing houses in Portland, Oregon, and Cleveland, Ohio. We are politically moderate. Okay, here's some politics. Centrist publisher in a world that has inched to the right for the past 80 years. Ooh, so we see where they are stand politically. I was trying to stay away from the politics, but you know, I mean, I don't mind talking about it. It's just so crazy that, you know, humans will never see eye to eye on a subject. Anyway, but I don't want to get too far off from this thing, but we know that they said we are politically moderate. I don't know what a moderate is. I have no idea what that is. It says centrist publisher in a world that has inched to the right for the past 80 years. Would you agree with that? Has it inched to the right for the past 80 years? I have no idea. Okay, here we are, the introduction. Let's get into it, baby. We'll read a few pages and then, yeah, we'll just go from there and stop there. All right, here we go. Introduction. Introduction says, my name is Maya Sky. Please forgive me for mispronouncing her name or their name. And it says, and I live in the unceded territory. I looked up the word earlier. Unceded? No, it's... Sorry, guys. I look up words all the time because I want to make sure I'm saying the word correctly and I'm learning new words as I go.
Unceded.
Yeah, I had it right. Unceded, which means of land or territory belonging to indigenous peoples not ceded or given up to a colonizing group or government. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I live in the unceded territory of the, cannot pronounce this word, Tk'empolis Te Sekawampic people in Kamloops, BC. I have no idea what that, right there, you see it right there, guys? Right there. Uh-oh, right there. I have no idea how to pronounce that. So that's British Columbia, I believe. Up there in, yeah, British Columbia. Anyway, so it says, having embraced my artistic calling at an early age, I have worked as an artist for most of my adult life. So we get a background of the person and their, you know. It says, in 2022, I delved into captivating realm of astrology, and my journey with planets and constellations seemingly intertwined with the artistic pursuits. These days, I craft one-of-the-kind paintings depicting the birth charts of renowned artists, as well as creating custom birth chart paintings for individuals who share my passion for astrology. Wow. Okay. Then it goes to say, I hope to extend this knowledge through birth chart basics, which aims to be the kind of resource I wish for doing my early astrology explorations. This design will empower you to navigate your birth chart at its fundamental level, while fostering a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of astrology. Acknowledging the vast complexity of astrology, which spans millennia of data, writings, and research, I recognize the limitless depth of this ancient discipline. Despite the challenge of condensing such a profound subject into a concise 70-page birth chart basics provides essential insights into the fundamental of natal charts. Going beyond a theoretical knowledge, I have also included a section to help you put together your own natal chart information. This interactive aspect enables you to visualize and apply the concepts covered in the design directly to your unique astrological profile, which I hope will enhance the learning experience and make astrology more accessible and personally meaningful. Alrighty. Okay. That's a hell of an introduction. So we get a sense of the background, we get a sense of the political affiliation involved in this. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what to think about that one. All right, we're just 13 minutes in, not too bad. Okay, so it says, what is astrology? I don't know what astrology is. Just a small background of myself. I've taken an astronomy class where I had to involve myself. Oh, do I have my astronomy? I don't have my astronomy book handy. Damn it, I gotta find my astronomy book. I gotta find my astronomy book. So I've taken astronomy, which is learning about the planets, and it deals with a lot with physics, mathematics, things of that nature. And so when I heard astrology, when I was taking astronomy, I was like, oh, that's some bullshit. You know, I faded it off. But now I'm just in a different mindset where because I have some criticisms now towards mathematics, physics. I have some criticisms towards STEM. So now I'm kind of trying to get more angles to this, more understanding and learning and so on and so forth. So what is astrology? I have no idea. Let's see what they say astrology is. Excuse me. Astrology is a system of pattern recognition and synthesis involving a philosophy and semiotics. I believe that's what that is. Astrology is a system of pattern recognition, which I kind of understand that when you see the constellations, and synthesis involving philosophy and semiotics. Let's see what those words is. Synthesis. Let's see what the heck that. Let's see what the heck that means. what that means. Synthesis. And let's make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Synthesis.
Synthesis. The combination of ideas to form a theory or system. Okay. So it's almost, it seems like let's look at some of the similar words. Combination, union. So when they say a combination of ideas to form a theory or a system, so this is to form a theory or a system. So it's not we're not forming an argument. They're forming, well, I guess a theory and an argument would be the same. Because a theory, let's see what. A theory is a hypothesis, thesis, conjecture, assumption, which is kind of like an argument. You're making a conclusion, concepts, ideas. They don't really say argument in a similar word, though. But it has philosophy. So, yeah. Okay. All right. And then the next word was semiotics. I've never heard that word before. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you guys can see it. Semiotics. Let's make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Semiotics.
Semiotics, the study of signs and symbols and their use or interpretation. Ooh, that is really good. The study of signs. Signs are important and symbols are important in their use or interpretation. Ooh, this is really good. Ooh, I like that. Signs are very important. When we overlook signs and symbols. We overlook those things. Wow. I know I do for sure. Like I can overlook patterns. I overlook patterns at times. It says, in similar terms, a long time ago, people began to notice that when certain planets were in certain positions in the sky and in relation to each other in certain ways, certain events were more likely to occur. Ooh. Over thousands of years, astrologers, not astronomers, astrologers, have made predictions and observations about these planetary positions and current events, which gives us a broad database to make predictions from. Wow. 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 That's powerful. Wow. So people have been doing this for many of the years, man. I mean, from shit, I want to say since the beginning of time. Now, so I have my reserved judgments, man. I have to be honest. I'm really skeptical. I'm a skeptic now. I just don't believe shit now. I don't believe shit, man. I don't believe in anything. It sounds weird for me to say that, but I'm at this point now, like, because I've been lied to so damn much by people and just lie, man, lie after lie after lie. I don't believe shit now. And now I'm at the point where I don't want to say believe it when I see it, but I need something stronger. I need something substantial that I can grasp and also that we both can grasp. This is one thing about me. I love absolute truths. I love absolute truths. Something about the absolute truths just excites me, or not excites me. It just puts my mind, my mental at ease, and I can build from that. Here's an absolute truth, and I kind of said it in my argument, in my introduction. All humans are non-monogamous. That's an absolute truth. All humans are non-monogamous. So I can rest in my brain and say, okay, cool. I don't have to put so many constraints on myself and on the next person because I already know I'm not monogamous, and I know this person is not monogamous. I can live at peace now, right? I don't have to stress and be like, okay, man, is this person cheating? Or, man, I can't look at this person. Oh my gosh, I'm cheating. I don't have to do all of that. I already know. Like, look, like, baby, I'm not monogamous. So I don't expect you to be monogamous as well. So there's no pressure there. Here's another one. All humans need water to drink, to live. That is an absolute truth. No matter what country you are in, if you're indigenous or not, whatever the case may be, all humans need water to exist, meaning to drink, to consume. You need it for plants to grow. Your animals, the animals you eat, they're gonna need water to. So the water it's an absolute necessary for humans to live. It's an absolute truth. So I love those things like that. There's no one that can combat or dispute an absolute truth, because you'll be like, yo, you're stupid. You're fucking dumb. It's like there's nothing to debate. There is nothing to debate. All humans need water to exist, to live. You need it. You need water. In some part of your life, you're gonna need water. Like I said, we use water to wash our clothes. We use water to bathe ourselves, to keep ourselves clean. The animals that we consume drink water. The plants that we consume needs water. It's a part of our life. So I just said all of that just to say that I don't know about planets. And I told you I studied astronomy for a bit. But I don't believe that. I don't want to say I don't believe it. I'm just having a lot of concerns now. So now we're talking about astrology and we can say astronomy. We're talking about outer space now. We're talking about planets. And I see these things in the night sky, but I still have doubts. Because I'm like, man, when I look into the night sky, like, ooh, today when I was going to the gym, I saw the full moon today, and I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. I wish I could have taken a picture. And I was like, that is a beautiful shot, man, just to see the fucking moon in the sky. But I'm like, is that what it is, though? Like, I just have so many doubts and concerns, and I just want to put myself at ease in terms of learning and understanding. Like, what the fuck is it? We know it's a moon, but now we get into talks about gravity and, I don't know, man. And science doesn't teach it enough to explain it to the ordinary person. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. It's missing people like myself, like someone who really has a curiosity to learn and just be in the clouds and be like, oh man, these theories and we can prove these things. It's just we just don't know. There's nothing there, right? We say that we've been to the moon, but then conspiracy theorists have brought some really convincing arguments to say, yo, we have not done that. So it's like, does that even exist? The images that they have put in my brain, I'm like, do those things really exist? I don't know, it's easy. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. It says, how is it used? There are many different kinds of astrology. Ooh, there are many kinds. See, I only know astrology as one thing. There are many different kinds of astrology. Astrology for predicting the weather and natural disasters. And it says mundane astrology. That's the name of it, mundane astrology. Astrology for predicting the weather and natural disasters, mundane astrology. Wow, I never knew that. Oh, shit. And then there says astrology for predicting the best places to live. Ooh. Astrology for predicting the best places to live. And it has this nice word here, astrocartography or locational astrology. Astrocartography. Let's see if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've never heard of this. Ooh, I'm excited. I've never heard this one before. There's different types of cartography. Here it is, right here. Oh, they're not going to give it to me. Astrocartography is a branch of relocation astrology that maps your birth chart onto a world map to determine how different geographic locations influence your life. Ooh, let's see how to pronounce it though. Astrocartography. Okay, all right. I kind of had it right, I guess. Wow. And then there says there's astrology for predicting the right moment to do specific activities. It says electional astrology and many more. Wow. So why did the author pick out these particular types of astrology? I have to ask that. Because they could have named anyone, but they chose these. Why did they choose these? And I'll say them again for you. Mundane astrology, which is the astrology for predicting the weather and natural disasters. Astrology, let's see, we have the astrocartography, which is the astrology for predicting the best places to live. And we have the electional astrology for predicting the right moment to do specific activities. Wow. Then it says in the Zine, we'll be focusing on natal astrology, which looks at the placement of the planets at the time and location you were born, as shown in your birth chart, to discern which energies and influences were present at the time of birth in order to better understand your challenges and purpose in life. Ooh. Purpose in life. Ooh. Ooh, this is heavy. This is a little packet, but that's heavy. That's heavy. Let me keep going and I'm going to go back. I'm going to come back to that. Wow. A birth chart is often described as a natal promise. It doesn't determine who we are or what we will become, but it does indicate where we may have challenges and where we may have success and ease. Of course, there are many different schools of thought on astrology. Okay, so there's many schools of thought and many different ways of reading a birth chart. So in any reading, you should remember that astrology is an imprecise art. Imprecise. So it's not precise, it's imprecise. So that's not good. And I just said I like something to be an absolute truth. So that's not good. I don't want it. I don't want anything imprecise. Imprecise definition.
Imprecise.
Imprecise, lacking exactness and accuracy of expression or detail. Vague, loose, indefinite, inexplicit, indistinct, non-specific. These are not good qualities though. Confused. And I was just talking about being confused. I don't like that. That's not good. That's not good. I'm glad that I'm saying these things. I have not read this book. We're reading this book together. I have not read this book. I have not read ahead. I'm just going straight with it. I want y'all to read it with me and we could talk about it together. That way you guys can see how my brain is working as I read and how I think about things. This is not good though. If there's many forms, it says in any reading you should remember that astrology is an imprecise art. I don't like that. I don't like that. And then there's many forms of it. Oh, that makes things more chaotic. Once again, I love absolute truths. 2 + 2 = 4. If you go to another country, they're going to say 2 + 2 = 4. We can all do this. We can I have 2 here and I have 2 here. How many total do I have? I have 4. You know, I love absolute truths. We can take that to an indigenous tribe. They may call it a different number. whatever the case may be, we can all come to an agreement that, hey, 2 + 2 = 4. We all have different names for it, all of that good stuff. I love absolute truths. Let's go back to that small part that I said that I read that I wanted to go back to. Where is it? I'll just reread the whole thing. It says, in this design, we'll be focusing on natal astrology, which looks at the placement of the planets at the time and location you were born. That right there is, I never thought of that. I've never thought of that. That when I was born, someone looked at the planets and saw how they were aligned. I never even thought of that. I think that's pretty cool that someone's out there keeping track of the planets as they are, and I have to put quotation marks at planets because I'm like, bro, how do we know that's a planet? I don't know. You know, they say we got satellites. I don't trust NASA anymore. I really don't trust NASA at all. And I was like, I'm telling you, man, I really was just a small background, man. I love philosophy. Philosophy introduced me to mathematics and physics, chemistry, and I have these interest and love for it, man. I really do. I really have an interest and desire to understand it. At that moment, I also was like, man, what can I do with this? What can I do with mathematics, physics, chemistry? What can I do with that? And at this time, I was going through a really dark time in my life, and I had nothing to hold on to and nothing to inspire me. And somehow I just looked up to the sky and I was just amazed, just like how I was earlier when I went to the gym and I saw the full moon. I was like, oh man, that's beautiful, man. It's remarkable to the eye for me to see that, like, man, wow. And then I guess this is where the mind starts to imagine. My mind, let me just speak for myself. My mind imagines the endless possibilities. And it gives me some excitement for my life. It gives me some sort of excitement, this is a cold world, man. This is a brutal world, man. Nature is cruel, bro. And I am a cruel person in terms of not a cruel person. I'm a nihilist. Like I don't think there's a meaning, a purpose. I don't think there's a meaning of life. I really don't. To small, just to say what I mean by that, I am truly a nihilist. Meaning, I'm like, we come up with these ideas, like how I was just talking about how, oh man, I'm looking at the night sky and I see the stars and all of this good stuff like that, and I come up with these imaginative, these creative ideas in my mind and stuff like that. But whatever I conjure up in my mind is pointless. It's meaningless because I didn't design it. I can create these ideas and I can do all of these things, but it's pointless. It's pointless because I don't have any concrete. I don't have anything concrete to say, this is what it is. I don't have anything. I'm coming up with all these things to get myself through life. And whatever you believe in, and I don't believe in Jesus, and I don't believe in God and all this other stuff. And I should have said this earlier. If you are one of the people that like to come on, just come on and just, this religious person, man, this ain't the place for you, man. I don't want to talk about Jesus, man.
Jesus said and Jesus went. Oh, yeah. Jesus heard and Jesus walked over. Oh, yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about Jesus this evening.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Jesus, man. I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I would like to talk about it, but it's pointless because if I ask that person to present some sort of evidence, something to help me for someone who doesn't believe, they can't do that. They require me to just go off on faith. And I'm like, okay. I remember I said I love absolute truths. I started saying it. I was like, I'm a person that, for me to understand something, I need something to stand on. I need something sturdy. I need something, a foundation, something ground, like, okay, I can stand on this and I can build from it. I need a foundation, and having faith is not a foundation. It's just kind of you going off on a whim, like, all right, I'll just trust you. I'll believe you. then I'm like, no, no. With all these lies and all the miseducation, misunderstanding, or all this bullshit that's out here, man. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. I've done that before in my life, and I'm like, nah, I'm done with it. But back to the story, back to here, man, and we'll be wrapping it up, man, because we're 35 in, and we'll just read the following pattern, and then we'll talk about how to read our birth chart. But I think this, back to the text here, man, I really believe that, I really think that is pretty awesome that someone is out there looking at the planets and lining it up and looking at the time. Okay, it's, and then time can be a whole another conversation anyway, but I think that's pretty cool. Someone is looking at the time. Okay, right now it's 22:26 here in the Pacific Northwest, and then they're looking at the moon. Oh, it's a full moon, and then they're lining up. I think that's pretty cool. I've never really, considered all of that. And then it says, as shown in your birth chart, to discern which energies and influences were present at the time of birth in order to better understand your challenges and purpose in life. Now here's the part right here, to discern which energies. I don't know what they mean by the energies. What energies are there? What are these energies you speak of? Influences. Ooh, now that's an influences. I kind of wanted to start off the stream talking about something. I should have done that. I was like, you know what? I will do this. I will make this a habit. So if you watch my streams, I'm gonna tell you about my life. I like to do, because on my gaming channel, I did this. I tried to do this. I didn't do this today because I couldn't stream on my gaming channel today. I was sad about that. I was bummed the fuck out about that. I was like, man, my Elgato and all that, it just would not sync with my computer. And I was like, fuck, I can't stream. Like, Streamlabs is working, but it would not connect with the Elgato. And I was like, fuck, man. So I was bummed out about that. And I wanted to share that on this. But the point of that is I want to share what's going on in my life, the influences, the energies, what's happening in the world. I wanted to share that first so we can get an insight of what the fuck is going on, so we can go back, let's just say 5 years now, 10 years from now, and I can look back at this if it still exists or whatever. Hopefully I'll keep the records or whatever. And it's kind of like a book. We can go back and say, oh, well, Monk did say that he was upset because he couldn't stream on his other channel earlier today because of the Elgato. We have something to go back to and say, oh, okay, so that was an energy he had. I had a different energy earlier today. I was disappointed. I was like, man, bro, this is part of my life now. I want to stream and I want to talk, and I was like, man, I couldn't do that. So I was kind of disappointed. I was really down in the dumps about that, man. I've been doing it consistently and I couldn't do it. So I was like, fuck, man. Energies, that was a good energy. The influences, the content that I'm consuming now. I was like, bro, I'm not consuming the same content that I used to. Like I used to consume Coach Greg Adams and Cali West Miami. I used to consume their content, and I was like, damn. Like my mind has shifted now. Why? Because of what we have, what's happening now. We are at war. We are at war. Not just the United States, but the world. We are at war. And some people are suggesting like, okay, this is the beginning of World War III. And I'm like, whoa. So my mind has shifted now. I'm not thinking about 304s. I'm not thinking about spinning plates and all this other stuff. I'm thinking about, man, how can I survive now? Like, I'm not saying I'm afraid, but I'm like, okay, I need to start having my guard up now because I don't know what's happening right now. Right now, we are, like I said, we are at war. The world is at, not just the United States, the world is at war. And it's like, wow, this is it, man. This is what people have talked about of the past. They were like, yo, World War III. And some people are suggesting, yo, this is it. This is the beginning of it. And now I'm trying to keep record of how do we get here. And I'm like, wow, we got here on some bullshit. We didn't get here. We didn't get to World War III on something like a really substantial dispute. We got here on some bullshit. Some fucking human bullshit. So I was like, man, I want to share these things as before I start getting into my spiel. I do that on my channel, but on my other channel, I talk about feet because I love feet, pretty feet. And I get on there, I'm like, hey, I ain't getting no toes today, but let me tell you a story. How, I do these things to be cool and funny, if you will, but also just to, let you guys and let myself know on the playback, yo, this is where I am in my life, and this is where I am in my life. I'm still here. I'm that energy, the influences. These are the things that are guiding me, I guess you could say, in life. What else it says? It says discerning the energies and influences were present at the time of birth in order to better understand your challenges and purposes in life. Wow, your challenges and purpose. So this can help me understand the challenges and purpose in life. It says a birth chart is often described as a negative promise. It doesn't determine who you are. It doesn't determine who you are or what you will become, but it does indicate where we may have challenges and where we may have success and ease. Wow, that's powerful, man. That's powerful. All right, so I'm gonna read this little final part of the making of a birth chart right here, and then we'll stop here, and then tomorrow we'll pick up on how to read your birth chart. Okay, so making a birth chart. I've never heard of a birth chart. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. So it says, for the most of its history, astrology charts were calculated by hand. Wow, by hand? Calculated now. Calculated by hand. That's. So for me, like I believe it or not, man. Believe it or not. Because I miss mathematics so fucking much, man. I'm a philosophical guy, and I'm telling you, philosophy has introduced me to mathematics, and I love mathematics. I almost was close to getting my master's in mathematics. What I wanted to do with it, I wanted to teach people like myself and people who were like, man, fuck, man, what the fuck? I wanted to be like, it's okay, I got you. This is what this is, but I got a simpler, an easier way for you to grasp this concept, because they make it. These people, these intelligent minds, they have this stuff, but they can't relate it to everybody. And I saw that, and I was like, I can do that. I can make that connection. I can do this. I can tell you, okay, it's not bullshit. It's just a bunch of fluff. Let me just show you what this means, and this is how you apply it. It's really easy. I wanted to do that. And so I didn't have any mentorship. I didn't have someone to guide me, and I just recognized the bullshit. I was like, you know what, man? I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm not falling for the banana, because I was like, bro, we just learning APA. We're not really learning, how can I take this education, and we still have the Rockefeller education trying to teach people to be workers. And right now with AI coming in, I'm like, damn, now it's supposed to be even worse. So I don't even think motherfuckers gonna teach us anything. But anyway, I said all that to say, hopefully I can go back on the playback. God damn it, I'm gonna have to go on the playback and edit that shit out, bro. Put it on a private, and then but I still try to do mathematics. I don't know if that's correct or not. That could be incorrect. That could be an incorrect problem. Put my damn number out there. Don't call me, don't text me, please. I gotta make sure to private this. But I said all that to say is that I still calculate mathematics on a sheet of paper. So they are saying that it says for the most of its history, astrology charts were calculated by hand. They're calculating all of these charts by hand, man. Wow. That is amazing. You're doing all of these charts by hand. So you're drawing shit, shapes, and all kinds of weird shit. And then it says by astrologers who had profound knowledge of not only astrology, but astronomy. I was looking for that. I said, hey, man, where is the astronomy in this? I was like, come on, man, where are the astronomers, man? Check this out. So it says by astrologers who had profound knowledge of not only astrology, but astronomy and mathematics as well. Yes. And it says today, however, getting your hands on your birth chart is incredibly easy thanks to the internet. You'll come across many websites that will calculate your chart for free with a simple Google search. My favorite website for chart creation is astrocharts.com, followed closely by astro.com and astro-seek.com. You can use any site you wish to pull up your chart, but be sure it is a reputable site that uses accurate astronomical data for its calculations. Maybe we can do that on the next stream before I gotta go back and edit this shit. Thankfully, nobody's watching. I'm telling you, man, I can fuck up now, man. I can do my fuck ups now that no one's watching. Wow, man. I was wondering, I was like, yo, man, we got to talk about the astronomers, man. We have to include the astronomers in this, bro. And the mathematicians. We got to talk about the physicists have to be involved in this. We all have to be involved in this. We all have to be involved in this. So I'll do some research on these sites. But she said her my favorite website for chart creation is astrocharts.com, followed closely by astro.com and astro-seek.com. So we'll probably try astrocharts.com together. I won't go on it just yet. We'll do it together and see. All right. One more thing that I wanted to share was before I even got here to Washington State, I was living in Wyoming, and I love Wyoming, man. I miss Wyoming, but I miss Wyoming. My favorite city was Sheridan, Wyoming. Shout out to Sheridan, Wyoming. I love y'all. I love that city. I did not want to leave so soon, as soon as I did. I was a railroader, and I spent majority of my time in Montana, and I really love Montana. I love Wyoming, but I really love the city that I lived in, which was Sheridan, Wyoming. I spent most of my time in Montana, though, because I was a railroader. We would take trains from we would take from Sheridan, Wyoming to Montana. We would sometimes pick them up which is strange. We'll pick up a train in Montana, drive through Wyoming, and then back into Montana. It was a pretty cool job, man. I worked for BNSF Railway, man, and I didn't want to leave, but you know, life, the influences, the energy said, "Yo, you gotta go." And I listened. I didn't stick around. I knew the time was there. The time had come. It came sooner than I wanted, but yeah, man, I was sad about that. But BNSF sent me another coin, and I took a little peek at it. They sent these coins, and it said, "Congratulations on your injury-free performance in 2025. Thanks for your focus and commitment. We continue to lead our industry in safety. Please accept this challenge coin in recognition of your injury-free service in 2025 and as a reminder of our continued commitment to protect BNSF's most valuable asset, our people." And Katie, what was her name? Katie Farmer, I believe, the president and CEO of BNSF Railway. And it says thank you on the back. I actually keep these coins now, man, for my little memory, man. I really enjoy it. This is the back of it, man. Oh, it's a beautiful coin, bro. I can't see it. And then this is the front of, I guess the front, maybe the back. You probably can't read that. I'll read it for you. It says 2025 BNSF Railway in recognition of your injury-free performance and in honor of your commitment to keep the railroad safe for transporting America's goods and passengers. Man, wow. And I got this in the mail today. I usually don't check my mail, but I saw this and I was like, man, man, it was a cool job, man. I really enjoyed that job. I was thankful for that job, man. The job, allowed me to see a lot of places that I, never imagined seeing. The Midwest, Arizona. Yeah, I mean, it got me into a lot of places and I love Montana for that. I was like, man, Montana is an awesome state, bro. Visually, it's an awesome state. I prefer West Montana. East Montana, it's yeah, it's yeah, it's a little interesting. Not bad per se, but it's not as beautiful as West Montana, Northwest, you know. But I still would travel when I have the chance through East Montana, because I would go to North Dakota a bit, and then yeah, because I would have to pass through East to go to North Dakota. So yeah, man, I wanted to share that, man. Talking about the influences and everything that even just led me here to Washington State. The economy kind of just, things are bad right now. The economy is trash. As much as our president says it's good, and he's touting this thing, but the truth of the matter is the economy is bad. It's good for those who are wealthy, and if you're not wealthy, it's bad. And I'm not wealthy. I don't have any money. I don't have a job. And yeah, man, and that's what led me here. I was like, man, I don't know what else to do. And I was like, I'm not fit to just mope around. I need to take initiative and start a new life, find something, And I was like, man, I'm tired of these companies, and BNSF is one, man. Even though they offered me employment, we noticed in these economic times that these companies were laying people off. They and getting rich, getting richer, I should say. They were literally laying motherfuckers off. Like, we laying your ass off, laying your ass off. We don't give a fuck. And some people say, oh well, we are incorporating AI now. And the truth was, some were, but they were not as consistent, or the numbers didn't really follow what they were saying. So they may have been incorporating AI, but not to the extent of letting people go. And so these companies are just laying motherfuckers off. Yeah, the economy is bad. That is an influence of the laying off. But yeah, I was affected by that, man. The taxation, or what was it? The what's the tariffs? The tariffs, and really it didn't benefit me, right? And I'm having to pay for it. So yeah, that's that story, man. So now here I am, man, in Washington State, and trying something new, and I will be getting into aesthetics. I will be a master esthetician eventually once I pass all my classes and courses. I'm in a combo esthetician. I will be starting my combo esthetician program. So I have to learn the basics and then transfer into the master classes and all of that, and then I'll get my license. So that's where I am right now, man. And I'm excited about that. This is my baby. This is my skill now. I don't have to work for an employer anymore. So we'll talk about that on another time. But yeah, man, thank you guys for checking the stream out. And tomorrow we will cover how to read your birth chart. We'll talk about that, and we'll possibly check out that website, the astrocharts.com. All right, guys, I really appreciate you, man. I have to do some editing because you guys see my cell phone number. Please don't call me or text me. Don't do that. Please don't stalk me. I don't have any money. I'm broke. Like, I don't have nothing to offer. So please don't do that. All right. Thank you as always. Please like the stream, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you as always. Peace. Be kind to yourself and take care of yourself. No one is going to do it but you. I have to start incorporating that in my life, and also sharing that, because man, no one's gonna give a fuck about you but you. So, all right, peace.
Just let me eat you one time. You gonna sleep for 3 days, my baby. I'm gonna make you cry.
How you gonna show us?
Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm kinky, nasty as I want to be. Suck toes, lick scalp, eat ass. What? I eat ass like a crab. Let's get all that out.